Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm gonna do a quick update as I walk Callie around to warm her up for her jump school. It's probably gonna be a pretty quick informal video, so yeah. One of the first updates and probably the biggest update. This is gonna seem very quick and strange, but let's get into it. So the horse that I just got for my boyfriend, Ace, as some know, he was from a kill pen. If you guys saw that video, I'll link it down below. He's very sweet. He was a 10-year-old, 15 too. He was great, but he had been severely abused. And again, I'm never one for, giving up or anything like that. And it's not even about that. And I'm never, no project is too big. But the thing that I was having trouble with is he was very timid, very feral. He didn't want to be caught with his halter and stuff like that. Even a couple months after we had gotten him, he was still one of those horses. He just really needed a lot of routine, like a few sessions every single day, which again is totally fine. And I was all for it, but something actually happened. So for those that know, he was pulled from the kill pen after his brother was pulled, and he was basically left, like it was just him. And I thought that pretty much had meant that, someone had pulled his brother and not him, and he was gonna go. So I'd given it a day before I pulled him and stuff. And anywho, I actually got in contact with the lady who had pulled his brother, and they were a bonded team. And seeing as to they are blood related, and they were 10, maybe 11 years old, they had been together for almost all their life. And I'd gotten into contact with her, and she had explained to me that she was actually trying to work on the funds to pull him as well. So that was her, end goal, was to get both of them. But with the time kind of running out, she wasn't sure that was going to happen. She had tried to contact me through Bowie, but for obvious confidentiality reasons, that didn't really happen. So long story, still pretty long, but long story short, she had basically asked me if I would be either willing to take his brother or vice versa, that she could take him so that they could be together again. And at first, this was something that I was having a really hard time with, because we had just commit to Ace. I was in no place to have a driving team. I really just wanted to have a good project, like a growing project for Cam, and have something that he could grow with and that I could work on that would be fun for us both. But seeing as it wasn't necessarily in his best interest, he had a lot of work that needed to be done. The best thing for him would obviously to be with his brother. It just wasn't fair. If he had the option to be with his brother, why would I take that away from him? So of course I was in no position to have the two of them. I do pay board here, obviously, and it's very expensive. I do have other horses, and for what I needed for Cameron, I just didn't think it was realistic. So we went back and forth on it, and it was very, very emotionally difficult to give him up. But for, again, what was in his best interest was to go live with his brother. Now, the lady, Stephanie, she is the nicest woman I've ever met. She lives in Arizona. She has hundreds of acres. She breeds draft crosses. And he will have his own paddock with his brother, and she will drive them and rehabilitate them. But he's a forever home. I told her if anything ever comes up, we would very happily take him back, and I would try to figure out something for his brother as well. But as of now, there's really no better option for him. There are 1,000,001 horses. I keep telling people this. There's 1,000,001 horses that would be a good fit for Cameron and I. Something with navicular, older, needs maintenance, but just good on trail, and a really sweet horse that needs a safe landing. We would be the perfect home for that. Ace, he has so much left to give, but again, if he can have a forever home, the whole reason I rescue is to rehabilitate these horses and to give him a chance that they sometimes wouldn't normally get. So with Ace, you know, it was it was a little tough financially for me because I had invested, you know, thousands of dollars into him between his purchase price and his hauling from Texas to here, and, you know, getting his teeth done and his board for the last few months and his deposits and grain and worming and, you know, all the basic stuff, ulcer guard, that kind of stuff. But again, I don't do this for financial gain. And if I can, you know, save his life and give him the best start and reunite him with his brother, that's what I do this for. So it actually helped her out too, because I had covered those costs, and, you know, Ace and his brother are living happily ever after in a big paddock. I'm just really happy that that all worked out. They're doing very, very well. And I guess when they saw each other, they started grooming each other at once. So they definitely remember each other. And it's been very, very hard for Cameron, I know, because it was his first horse. But again, at the end of the day, what's best for the horse is what's best for us. So yeah, that's update number 1. Update number 2, I was having a meltdown over those jumps. Why? We don't know. For those that follow me on Instagram, you might know a horse named Jameson. We have had him since January. He came from a trainer in Arizona. He just hasn't quite been right. He had pretty sore feet when we first got him, and we've been exploring that. And then we knew that he had a not so great knee, which is why he hasn't been doing a whole lot, just dressage. And he hasn't, I think he did like a cross rail or 2, and I haven't honestly jumped him pretty much at all. He doesn't even do pole work. He just hasn't been right. So we had the vet out to check him out, and he has some osteoarthritis in his knee. It's not even really that. It's like ossification of the joint. So he is actually now going to be adopted out. He will need a surgery to remove that ossification. So instead of selling him, it's kind of been a tough road with him. He's like the sweetest horse ever, and he's a really fun ride. He's really well suited for like very light work, even a companion home. If someone does the surgery, he should be a-okay to flat. But again, like, for any inquiries on him, you know, you're more than welcome to go over to my Instagram or email me, you know, something like that. But it was just kind of sad because we were hoping that it would be one of those things. He had a little early onset arthritis, and, you know, he would need injections, but he would be good as like a couple day a week flat horse. But he actually does need surgery, which, again, I think at this point it might be for the investor who has him. It's a hard one. Either he's going to have the surgery with us, or someone could adopt him out for, you know, just a very, very, very small adoption fee to guarantee he does not go anywhere shady. And then once they have the surgery, he should be good to go. We have full x-rays on that as well. But it was just really unfortunate because I really like that horse, and it was just a shame to see that it was a little bit more serious than we had thought. He's just super stoic. But again, he's very comfortable. He's never been in heavy work or anything. He does very, very, very light works only a couple of times a week. And now he's actually completely off work altogether since those x-rays were found. It's just a shame because we had kind of known something had been going on, and he's on like the best supplements. And again, like, we were rehabilitating him because what they had told us on the track and the stuff we had seen, it had basically made it look like he had just needed some maintenance. And again, for the horse's best interest, it's not to be here in a training program. Another update is Cash and Checkers are coming back. So some of you may remember Checkers. I absolutely love that horse. I love Cash too. They will be coming back on the 1st. And I think that's it. Griffin is still around. I've been going back and forth if I'm going to sell him or not. One week he's on Dream Horse, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sell him. And then I'm like, no, I want to keep him. I really like the horse a lot. I just think he's really well suited for eventing or eck, or even hunters, really. It's a shame to put such technique and such movement to waste almost in the jumper ring, you know. I feel like he should have like a hunter phase or an eq phase or dressage phase or something, and we're just so heavily focused in jumpers that we don't always have time for that kind of stuff. And he has such incredible potential for upper level stuff that it's hard for me to want to keep him for myself when I have Troy going and Zin, and so yeah. Anyway, very, very long update, but I'm sure there's more stuff I'm forgetting, and hopefully I'll plug that into my next video. But for now, I think those are the big ones. And yeah, I think that's it. I did do some video for the show. It definitely was not like a very well put together show vlog. So hopefully for the next show, I'm a little bit more put together. It's just really hard when I have so many horses going, and I refuse to hire a groom. I like to do it myself. So it kind of makes me run around like a chicken with my head cut off, and the videoing falls pretty short. So I can try and put something together. Again, it's not going to be anything fancy. There's like very limited video apart from my rounds, but if you guys want to see that, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully between now and our next show, I should be able to do a flying lead change video, maybe. And I think I also need to do an updated video on feed and on the setups that my horses go in, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, this was a very lengthy, talkative one, but I know some people have been asking, and so I think it's time to, yeah, get all those updates out. So I'm gonna jump Callie now, since it's been about 10 minutes or so. And so, yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.